part. I had just earlier mentioned I had recently interviewed Big Preem, and basically Big Preem, he was saying like that hood he from is Lil Yummy hood. Like he was when I interviewed him, he was talking about like a time where the BDs was like a smaller, tight knit organization, and then when the shit happened with Lil Yummy, that when Tupac made that song, it blew up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what was the legend of Lil Yummy as you was a shorty growing up? You know, in the trenches, like.
The first badass. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like my whole hood was kind of modeled out of like Lil Yummy prototypes. You know what I'm saying? Because like Lil Yummy was a household name in my childhood, even though he was already dead. You know what I'm saying? Like the myth, the legend of a little 12, 13-year old running around. That's what 600 was built on. 12, 13-year-olds running around trying to get active. You know what I'm saying? That's what we was and you like a lot of hoods they had shorties and all that, but that was really like 600 shit. We had 15, 12-year-olds ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that's what we modeled our hood after, I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like not just with him in mind, but just like with his mystique and how he operated with us knowing that a shorty was out here doing that and it was possible for a shorty. I feel like when we came in the game, we kind of modeled ourselves after that. You know what I'm saying? Not just like me or something. I'm just saying like the model in the hood. Like just cause you young, nigga, that don't mean you ain't gotta put in work. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta wait till you get older. You get on the nigga ass in sixth grade. You start toting guns in sixth grade in my hood and shit like that. Fifth grade and shit, bringing guns to elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
In seventh grade and shit, we 13, 12 years old. We coming to school with pipes. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we was living, folks. You know what I'm saying? So Lil Yummy was a legend.
Yeah, but how early do you remember like hearing his name? Like, cause I mean, you was a shorty jumping off the porch, so
Man,
you had
as
his name when you was
man,
a
as
little shorty.
early as I could remember even thinking about street shit, bro. Like, Yummy was one of them things, like, soon as you get introduced to the streets, you get introduced to myths and certain things said in the streets and what the streets is and shit like that. And then you just get to finding out and talking to people, you know what I'm saying? Talking to niggas like them. Like, meeting them, Big Cream and them, or niggas like them that grew up in this type of shit that tell you certain things, you get to just moving in the streets, learning a lot of shit. And I ain't gonna lie, that was one of my first memories in the field. Was just like hearing Lil Yummy and hearing about what type of nigga he was on for him as a shorty and hearing the story and the myth and the legend of him grow. You just hear that shit sooner, especially for the little young BDs. You know what I'm saying? Like all the BDs, you gonna hear all the legendary mythical BDs or a BD hood that like went big for it's 2-4 love. So any of the little BDs growing up, that's like one. Well, in my day,
You gonna
that
hear
was you was hearing that like these shorties ain't hearing about Yummy like that. But when I was growing up, that was one of the first little models we had to mimic.
yeah, yeah, you're right. Now these little shorties, they be hearing people like uh 051 Melly, Lil
Mm-hmm.
Steve,
Jeff,
Scrap,
you know what I'm saying?
Von, yeah, they
Yeah.
be Lil Jeff, yeah, they be hearing names like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was gonna ask you this. Now I remember one time I had got up with you. We was talking about Lil Steve, and you was saying he came from the hundreds. They originated from Lowend. They came from hundreds. Well, he's from Buff City too, or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
He was from a different hood, the Lokes, you know what I'm saying, out
okay,
there.
okay,
Mm. He was around there and shit. He
okay.
wasn't even a part of the BDs, but different. Just show you how much the hunters produce. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like that's what I got ties in the hunters. You know what I'm saying? He be with folks them from Ada Park.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always love out there, man. I used to go be in the buff in the gardens. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. You feel me? The hunters always been the guys. You just when you grow up and you in your hood, you don't even be crossing this shit. We don't go to the hunters till we about 18, 19 years old, bro. I swear to God, you spend the first 5 years on your block. I'm telling you, you never go outside of your bubble. The first years I was in the field, I never went outside my hood, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Never, folks. Until I moved to Joliet, that was the only time.
That's
Like,
the only time you seen
only
something new.
time I'm
Yeah.
just overly outside is from 71st to 51st of King Drive in my stomach ground. For that little 20 block radius, I'm not leaving that.
Mm-hmm.
Not for too much of nothing in this world until you get about 18, 19, you've been in the field. And now you at the point where you kind of like, I want to say you a vet, but you is a vet. You know what I'm saying? You like 18 years old and shit, you been in this field 13, 14 years old and shit. You just, now your name ringing or you in the field, so now you moving out, you getting love from all type of other hoods and shit like that. Respect in other hoods, and you go to them hood, you know what I'm saying? And you go get love out there. So it always be like, we be having ties with them. They always be coming down, sliding on us. We just eventually start going to they shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's always been ties
What's
though.
the biggest difference you would say, like, okay, you being on your block, then you get 18, getting of age, you going out there. Is it a big difference? Because they say the hunters, the wild hunters, like, it's a
but I
little
be
wild.
feeling like, I feel like when you go out there in the hundreds, man, like it do be kind of different, because I feel like they be trying to, like, when it's like going and being a visitor somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's anywhere, not just even in the hunts, but when you a visitor, niggas make sure you feel at home. So you go to another nigga hood, you kind of like living even better than you live in your hood. And another nigga hood, it's kind of their job to like roll out the red carpet to a degree. You know what I'm saying? You come in another nigga hood and you got your pipe, but there's niggas around you that's over 30. You know what I'm saying? They gonna make sure you straight on they block. They don't want nothing happening to motherfucker on they block. That shit look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't on our shit down here in the hundreds. So, you know, it really used to be fun going out there, because they always make sure motherfuckers straight out there. You know what I'm saying? You go out there, you ain't got to buy your own weed. Folk them gonna get you fried and everything, folk, because they got you in their hood. They showing you, yeah, that's what it be. You know what I'm saying? So you go out there, you get hospitality, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. Them niggas come down low and they come in the O, or they come on the drive. Shit, it's a rollout. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same shit.
Yeah.